I'm gonna be showing you guys how to get the strongest in Sailor piece, and I know a bunch of people have made guides about this and like, oh, you can do this much damage, you can do that much damage. I'm number 3 on the leaderboard right now, as you guys can see, number 3. I'll show you guys a leaderboard here in a second, but all of their damage guides are just straight crit damage, and it's this maximum damage that you can do. No, I'm gonna give you guys the most consistent build possible where you can completely keep doing that same damage over and over with a 100% crit chance.
This motherfucker don't miss.
Going over every single thing you need whenever it comes to artifacts or whatever it may be, runes. I'm going to show you how to get them, and I'm going to be showing you what the best possible stats are for each thing. So first things first, we're going to go over my stats. Right now, we're looking at 964% damage. We're looking at 228% crit damage. Realistically speaking, my crit damage would be a lot higher. I'm going to get to why that is later on in the video. But first things first, we're going to go over what is needed. Okay, stat rerolls. Okay, we're gonna go over stat rerolls right now. Okay, so stat rerolls, whenever you're looking at stat rerolls, obviously the best thing you can get is Z. Now I'm gonna explain to you all right quick the best way to obtain Z or SSS and get gems. Okay, so first things first, we want to start off with the gems. Okay, obviously to grind gems, we all know the best spot is Shinjuku, where you use Quake and you just spam C. I'm pretty sure all of you know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna go over here and show you guys anyways, because like, why not? So you'll come over to Shinjuku, you'll come over to this green patch right here, you'll line up your left arm with the left side, make sure right arm is lined up with this side, you'll back up to about here, you guys can see where I'm standing at, and you'll just pop C, you'll put your auto setting on, and it'll kill everything, every NPC on each side. Obviously I don't have my stats into power right now, so it's not killing, but yeah, that's the best way to get chests. But I'm also going to give you guys another way that you can get chests right now. So if you guys join my server, down in the description, I give away mythical chests every single day. I give around like 250 like multiple times throughout the day, every single day. So I give out quite a bit of mythical chests. So if you guys really do need gems, you can come down there to the Discord and ask me. If you just ask me directly in general chat or at me, I might give you some. So as long as you're polite, I got you, bro. So that's really the 2 best ways of getting gems. I know one of them is through my Discord, but I don't know. I like giving stuff away since I'm already maxed, and that's all I can do in this game at this point. But whenever you guys are rolling for a Z move, what you guys want to do is actually re-roll all. Okay, what you're going to do is make sure you have a lot of gems before you do this. You're going to re-roll all and get at least 1 Z. Okay, you get at least 1 Z, and then you re-roll all your stats to SSS. Okay, if you get another Z, great. But once you get your first Z, you're going to roll each one individually, or you're going to go like this and select them, right? And you're going to get SSS, or you're going to get Z. And then whenever you're rolling for Z, you're actually going to leave your SSS on if you're low on gems, just so you don't run out of gems. Because if you do run out of gems, you want to make sure that like you're on SSS, because that will be kind of detrimental if you don't have SSS. But yeah, Z stats are obviously the best. If I had to tell you which ones to focus on, it would be damage, crit chance, and crit damage. Obviously, I can get them on other ones. I have enough gems to get them on the other ones. I'm just kind of lazy. The next one that you would want to get is cooldown reduction, of course. So it should go damage, cooldown reduction, crit chance. Or you can switch to cooldown and crit chance however you want, really. It's up to you. The next thing we're going to go over is trait. This is very simple. The best trait you want to roll for is Emperor. That's exactly what you want to get. It's just the best right now because it's 2.3 damage multiplier. It's just worth it. Also, for stat rerolls, I do give away trait rerolls. I do give a lot of trait rerolls away because I have like 100k right now. I'm pretty sure I just give away 10k, but that's fine. Race. Now, I'm going to go over right now what you guys would want to use if you're a sword user or if you're a melee user, okay? Your race for melee users, okay? I'm going to put it at the top of the screen right here as well. Melee users, you want to use Warlord, okay, as your race. Warlord is what you want to use. Do not use anything else. I know there's other things that are good, but Warlord is the best. Now for your clan, you want to use Altar. Altar is the best melee clan. And then whenever it comes to using a sword, for sword users, you want to be using Sword Blessed for your race. Sword Blessed is the best for sword users. And then Eminence Clan. Eminence Clan is the best for sword users as well. And Eminence also gives a 25% chance to drop another item, which is amazing. Now, since we went over race and clan, our race is given 80%, our clan is giving 35%. Accessory, the best accessory in the game right now is Atomic Outfit. You get that from Lawless Island and killing the Atomic Boss. You get that from there, and then you got to upgrade it to E10, obviously. You upgrade your armor at Shibuya. You go over to Shibuya Station, and you come over here, and then you'll go over to Enchanter. And if you put your armor in here, so let's say Maiden outfit, which realistically you guys want to be doing the atomic outfit, but my atomic outfit is already maxed. But you guys want to be doing Maiden outfit, you just want to level it up. You want to get it max. Not Maiden outfit, sorry, atomic outfit. I'm just putting this in there. So you'll just enchant this. You'll enchant it. Sometimes it'll fail. Make sure you have a bunch of them, because if you don't have a bunch of them, I mean, like, it'll just fail sometimes and you won't be able to get it max. That means you won't lose it. You'll still have it, but just make sure you rack up on it if you want to get it done the first try. Now, the next thing on the list is artifact. Now, I'll explain artifact here in a minute. I'm not going to explain it right now because it is the most tedious, like, task, I would say, to get. Other than Rune, okay? Rune. The best rune in the game right now is, where's it at? Primordial Rune. Primordial Rune. I'll show you guys the stats right quick. This is what it's giving on max rune stats. So if you're max rune, you're level 60, your Primordial Rune is going to be giving you 120% damage. Now, the Primordial Rune is a bit of a tedious task. I wouldn't say it's harder than getting your artifacts, but you got to get it from the towers. So the only way to get the Primordial Rune, or even the Radiant Rune, I'm making a damage build right now. If you guys want me to make a luck video, I can, because I'm getting 600% luck right now. So if you guys want me to make a video on that, I can. But Primordial Rune, yeah, you can only get it from the tower, and it's like a 0.0005% drop chance. I don't know, it's something around there. But yeah, it's a really low drop chance. You might get lucky. Some people get lucky and drop it like the very first day. It took me 48 hours plus, which was really annoying. But yeah, no, the Primordial Rune is giving 120% damage, which is really, really nice. And you guys will need that if you guys are trying to min-max. Your title. Title is from the Lawless Island, from the Atomic Boss. And that is giving a total of 82.5% damage. It's Eminence Incarnate. So you guys will need this. Battlefield Warlord is also good, but you might as well go for that 2.5% more damage. Like, I mean, it's not that much of a difference. Like, you know what I mean? You can get away with Battlefield Warlord. Obviously, I'm just min-maxing because, you know, there's not much left in the game for me to get other than artifacts. And I'll explain that in a second as well, of course. Now, Haki. Haki is a very simple task. I'm going to show you guys how to get Haki. I'm going to show you guys how to get Conqueror's Haki. And maxing out both of these will give you 75% on Haki and then 34% on Conqueror's Haki. Now, to get actual Haki, just Haki itself, you go to Snow Island and then you come back here to the back side of the island. And it's around here. Yes, this woman right here. Haki trainer. You'll talk to her and you'll just keep following the quest line. If you keep following the quest line, eventually you'll get Haki. So after you talk to her and do the quest, you just come over to your settings and you can either press G to equip it, or you can go to your auto skill settings, auto Haki settings, and your armament Haki. If you turn that on, it'll auto equip your Haki every time like you join the game or whenever it is, and it won't turn off. And you just get a kill with it. You just get a kill while your Haki is on, and the level will go up for Haki. It'll just keep going up. You guys need a bunch of kills. So if you really want to grind your Haki level, go to Shinjuku and do the Quake thing that I showed you guys at the beginning. Yeah, and that'll be the best way to level up your Haki. So for Conqueror's Haki, what you'll need is Observation Haki first. So you'll come over here to the Desert Island. You'll come over to this woman again and grab Observation Haki. Whenever you grab the Observation Haki, you'll go to your settings. You'll go down to auto skill settings, auto Haki settings, and turn on auto observation Haki. Okay, this will make it so auto turns on if you see in the bottom left, and all you do is just dodge attacks. So I can't hit this guy because he'll instantly die, but you'll get like a so I'll show you guys how I did mine. I went over to where's it at? Jungle Island. Okay, and then what I did was I went to my stats. I reset stats, okay? I put all of my points into defense, and then I came over here. I hit this monkey specifically, this one right here, okay? You make him run up here. You follow it, make him follow you. Yep, there you go, there you go. And then you just come sit in this little water hole right here. And then he'll come and hit you. So this is all you do. You literally just keep letting him hit you. The auto observation will pop back on because you turned it on in your settings. So after this cooldown is done, it'll auto come back on and you just keep letting him hit you. It does take a little bit of time. I would say it took me about an hour or two to complete that like to level 25, is it? You got to get your observation Haki to level 25. Once it's level 25, you come over to Shibuya, and then you come over to the top of this building over here. Not this one, but you come over to this one specifically. And then in the back is the Conq Haki trainer. So once you have level 25 observation, you can do this quest. And after you're done this quest, Conquer's Haki, to level it up, you literally, it's the same way as leveling up your normal Haki. You just kill like random NPCs. So you can literally go to Shinjuku, do the Quake thing, the Quake Sea, and the green grass, and it'll level up your Haki and your Conqueror's Haki at the same time. So once you max those out, you'll be looking at 75% on your Haki, 34% on your Conqueror's Haki. So that's a lot of damage. I would recommend doing that as fast as possible. Now, your skill tree. A lot of people forget about this. Skill tree is kind of important because it is giving 25% damage. So you'll come over to Slime Island. Okay, once you're at Slime Island, you just come over in the town. You talk to this woman right here. Skill tree. After you talk to skill tree, killing NPCs. See, I don't even have it max. Let me buy that right quick. There we go. Killing NPCs will give you skill points. Okay. And you use those skill points to level up your crit damage, crit chance, damage. And I would recommend going damage, then crit damage, then crit chance, then HP, then luck. Now, I would say do luck, but luck takes a lot of points. As you can see, I just spent 100 points on the last one. And you only get like, what, 1 point every 35 kills or something like that? I don't know. It's something like really high. So it does take a little bit of time, but make sure you do your skill tree. A lot of people forget about it, and you will need it if you're trying to max out or even try to reach the leaderboard. Okay, so now we're looking at aura and cosmetic. Okay, aura and cosmetic. Go to your inventory, you scroll down, and aura and cosmetic. Okay, if you get a legendary aura or a legendary cosmetic, both of these give 15% damage. Okay, the cosmetic gives 20% HP. I don't think the aura gives HP. Yeah, so this gives 15% damage, and this gives 15% damage. You need aura crates to be able to get an aura, and you need cosmetic crates to be able to get a cosmetic. Now, these are kind of hard to get because they are secret items, but I will be giving away a bunch of stuff soon. And I'm also giving away this 2 times luck in the Discord server if you guys join. Depending on how many people are there, I don't even know. We'll see though. But yeah, I will be giving away aura crates soon because I'll have a lot more, and I'm giving away these cosmetic crates as well. So if you need them, join the Discord. And usually I'm in the call in the Discord, so if you guys need something while I'm in the call, you know, you guys can just ask. Next thing we're looking at is Spec Passive, okay? Spec Passive. Now, this is also a tedious task because the best Spec Passive in the game, okay, that I would say for right now that you should focus on is Berserker. Now, I'm going to show you guys whenever I get there. Let's go over there. Judgment Island, okay? And then you come over here and you talk to this Spec Passive guy. Okay, and you click on whatever weapon you want. Okay, now the best spec passive you can get is Berserker. Now this says damage 20 to 30%, and then you also get crit damage with this passive 5 to 15%. You want to get both of those as high as possible. So mine isn't that good right now. Obviously I need to do better, but I don't use this sword for fighting. I just like, I don't know, I just like the look. So yeah, Berserker is definitely the best. Now everyone says, oh, what about Executioner? Executioner is good, but only whenever you are doing like tower. The new tower mode that just came out. If you're going for those top floors and you're going for that leaderboard, you will need Executioner because the NPCs just have so much health. The bosses do. They'll have like 300, 500 billion health. And it's just genuinely crazy. So the only way to climb that tower is with Executioner. So you'll be doing Berserker and then you'll swap to Executioner once it's below 50 HP. So yeah, that's realistically, you're not grinding for tower leaderboard because there is a lot of cheaters in tower leaderboard right now. So usually you're just going to be using Berserker for everything else. So I would use Berserker. Try to re-roll. If you don't get a good Berserker, re-roll it and try to get a better Berserker. If you guys need passive shards, I will be giving those away, of course, in the Discord. But yeah, if you get good passive, whenever you see it, whenever I hold out my melee or my sword, my stats go up because that's of my passive. My passive make my stats go up. Yeah, so the last things are Blessing, BossRush, and Tower. You'll come over to Shibuya Station, and you get a higher blessing by this. So you'll come over here, you'll click on whatever you use, your melee or your sword. I use, oh, well, I guess since mine are already maxed, I can't click on it. Let's say you use Shadow though, okay? You'll level up your blessing by pressing bless. You just keep upgrading it. You keep upgrading it. You keep upgrading it. If you guys are missing materials to upgrade your blessings, come down to my Discord. I can give you materials. So that's where the blessing comes from. If you guys are curious what blessing is, just come over here, upgrade your weapon or your melee, whatever it may be, and you just upgrade it. Boss Rush and Tower, okay? For damage, Boss Rush and Tower, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you do Boss Rush upgrades, right, then you can upgrade your damage and you can upgrade your crit damage. So that's maxed out. You just got to completely do Boss Rush. If you do higher modes, let's say you do normal, you get the least amount of coins. If you do extreme, you get the most amount of coins and it just keeps going up. But I wouldn't recommend doing extreme. It's quite hard. And I would also save Boss Rush and Tower for last because those are the most time consuming and the hardest. So if you guys can, save Boss Rush and Tower for last. But yeah, maxing both of those out will give you a total of 50% damage, which is very, very nice. 25% damage from each. Whenever you go AFK, right, I would say this: do your Haki first. Okay, do your Haki first. Level up your Haki whenever you go AFK at night, or whenever you go AFK and you gotta leave throughout the day. Do your Haki. That means go to Shinjuku and do the sea, like Quake Sea, just over and over in the green spot wherever I showed you, okay? Other than that, once you're finished with your Haki, we're gonna get onto artifacts. Now, the best artifacts in the game used to be Celestial, okay? Celestial armor used to be the best in the game. As you can see, I had a full Celestial set. This set is pretty much completely maxed. But there is a new better set. So once you get later on in the game and you're strong enough, come over to Lawless Island, okay? Once you come over to Lawless Island, you're going to grab a weapon and you're just going to put on your auto skill and you're going to kill everything here. Oh, I don't have my stats on. So yeah, you're just going to come over here. You're going to kill everything here over and over. You're just going to go AFK. You're going to leave your auto skill on, auto C. I use True Eisen because it has a good range. And yeah, those guys will give you these artifacts right here called Abyssal Crown, or just Abyssal Armor in general. Abyssal Crown armor is very strong because of the 2-piece and the 4-piece stats. 4-piece give you 20% damage, 12.5% crit chance, and the 2 pieces alone gives you 20% crit damage, which is very nice. Now, my Abyssal Crown set is not max, or I would be doing way more damage. It's not max because I've not grinded it enough. But if you guys want to know what you need on each piece, I'm going to show you guys right now. So for the helmet, okay, you want to have all the helmets are HP. It doesn't matter if it's HP plus or HP percent, doesn't matter. You want to upgrade the helmet, okay? After you upgrade the helmet, the substats that you're looking for, which are these stats right here, after you upgrade the helmet, these stats will appear. You need damage, and crit chance, all 3 of those on the helmet. You need all 3 crit damage, crit chance, and damage on the helmets. That's what you need. Now, crit damage maxes out at 18%. I'm pretty sure crit chance is like 11.5 or something like that. Damage, I'm not sure. But yeah, you want damage, crit damage, and crit chance on the helmet. That's what you're looking for. So you take that time, you try to get those 3 substats on your helmet. For the gloves, you need damage gloves, which are all pretty much damage. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Abyssal Crown gloves, which are already damaged. You need crit chance and crit damage on them. Crit chance and crit damage. I can get better gloves. I can make these better because I'm only at 16.5%. So I will try to get these better maybe tonight. But yeah, you need crit chance, crit damage, and that's all you need for the gloves. For the chest plate, now, like I said at the beginning of the video, we're not going for crit damage. We're going for crit chance. We want a 100% crit chance build. We need that 100% crit chance, and our artifacts give a large portion of our crit chance. As you can see, our artifacts give 75.6% crit chance, which is extremely important. Without good artifacts, you will have very low crit chance. And a lot of people don't do enough damage or don't have consistent damage because of their crit chance. You want 100%, and that's why I'm making this video, to get 100% crit chance and get you that consistency. Now, this artifact right here, okay? Abyssal Crown body. The body, the only thing you want is crit chance on the body. The main stat needs to be crit chance. Needs to be crit chance. And the substats that you're looking for is damage and crit damage. Now, my chest plate isn't very good. I'm only at 13% crit damage. But like I said, my artifacts aren't max. I'm still doing a lot of damage, but my artifacts aren't even close to max because it's kind of hard to get a crit chance chestplate. I mean, I've gotten a few of them, but like you still got to pull damage and crit damage as your substat. You don't get them 100% of the time. You just got to get lucky. But yeah, you want crit damage on a crit chance chestplate. That's what you want on a crit chance chestplate. That is the most important part of your artifacts, I would say. Now, for the booties, you need damage. Damage on the boots. Now, a lot of the boots, I'd say this is kind of the rarest part behind the crit chance chestplate. The rarest ones to pull are the damage boots. I don't get a lot of damage boots. I get HP, lifesteal, like whatever it may be. I don't get a lot of damage. But with the boots, you need damage as your main stat. You need crit chance and crit damage. Wait, oh my gosh, I deleted the wrong boots. Yo, okay. See, I'm even missing a crit damage boot, bro. I'm even missing a crit damage on this. For your boots, you need damage as your main stat, crit chance, and crit damage, but I don't have crit damage. That's how much I don't have my artifacts max. Like, if I had my artifacts max, I'd be doing like 1.8, 1.9 billion damage per M1, but I don't have the max. I don't have the max. And, you know, that's just me. I'm working on them right now because that's the only thing I'm missing is my artifacts, of course. Other than that, yeah, I don't even have boots max, but guys, don't AFK your artifacts right away. Get your Haki out the way first, then work on your artifacts. Work on your artifacts last. That is the hardest part. Whenever you're playing the game and you got your artifacts decent, then go into boss rush, then go into tower. I would say do boss rush first, then do tower second. Tower takes a lot more time than boss rush does. If you guys want me to make a boss rush guide or a tower guide, let me know down in the comments. I can make the best to my abilities and get you guys the best guide so you guys can get the most coins per hour like I did. Artifacts is very important, bro. I'd say the crit chance chestplate, you really need that because we really are looking for this 100% crit chance build. Mind you, I'm 2 crit chance off, but that's because I don't have my and you guys will be too. You guys won't be at 100% crit chance. Once you guys do make this build, you will need to go to tower and you will need to go to Sailor Island and level up your boss rush because both of these give crit chance. So you'll need to level up your crit chance at both to get to 100%, which is completely fine. Remember that consistency is very, very important. We don't have anything else to go over other than melees and weapons, okay? Now, for me personally, I'm a melee build, okay? As me being a melee build, melee does more damage than sword. A sword build can get you, will leave you around like 400. I don't know. I'll show you guys right now. So for a sword build, right, I'd be using True Manipulator, which is True Eisen, and of course the stuff that I showed you earlier. But with melee, the best melee in the game is Strongest Shinobi, which is Madara, if you guys don't know. And with Madara, I'm doing a total of 1.7 billion or 1.57 billion damage per M1. A lot of people will show you that crit damage build, right? And yes, some people will do more damage per M1, but mind you, they don't have that consistency that I do. I do 1.57 billion damage every single M1, no matter what. No matter what, I will never miss a crit damage ever. Now, yes, it won't do as much damage as the crit damage builds, but you will have that consistency whenever you need it, always. And of course, you can get even more damage. As you guys see, my artifacts aren't even max. If I got my artifacts max, I could realistically be doing like 1.8, 1.9 billion, or maybe even 2 billion damage. If I really tried to get it to the tippity top. But yeah, I could be doing a lot more. But yeah, the melee is definitely the way to go. For the people that love swords, sword is still amazing. Like, I'm not saying don't use sword. Now, if you guys are wondering the best sword in the game, it's atomic right now. Now, I'm going to say atomic, okay? Because realistically, a lot of you guys aren't at my stats, okay? If you're at my stats, then realistically, even though I would still say atomic. Now, the M1 for atomic is still low, like, compared to True Eisen. True Eisen M1, it still does more damage. But the abilities on atomic, and mind you, you guys aren't focusing on M1s because a lot of you guys aren't min-max, and a lot of you guys just want to play for fun, but you guys still want high damage. Atomic's abilities are a lot better than Eisen, so I would try to get atomic, and I'm giving away quite a bit of atomic sets, so if you guys come down to the Discord, I can get you guys some atomic sets or Eisen sets, whatever it may be. Of course, if there's a lot of you guys coming and asking, then I'm not going to have too much, but yeah. I would definitely go for Atomic because Atomic's abilities are just a lot stronger and will help you out a lot more just around the game because this game is very ability based, not M1 based. I mean, if you're in the very end of the game, which I am, M1s are a lot more important because you can just deal way more damage doing M1s than using the abilities. Other than that, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want any other tutorials, just let me know down in the comments. I'll help you guys out. Of course, join the Discord. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.